Return coming from the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's out in the clear. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. He finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Come on, set.
Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ballgame. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's to the rookie out of Michigan State. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Pass play now. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator's going to be one happy camper.
So 1st down from the 41.
Down. 52 Bulls. Ready?
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down. The 30. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Yellow, 22.
They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Ready up.
Offense is set. This is second and 2.
Set. Ready. Ready. Ready.
The give now out of the shotgun. It's inside the 10. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up second and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Staying with Robinson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 43. To the air with Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates an...
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this.
Ready?
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead.
52 blaster. Hut.
They're throwing it. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they take him down right along the 30.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Running for the marker on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, okay, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy it. Go, Reed. Go.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, it's Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Penix working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready, go.
From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Get up. Cougar 19.
Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
On the set.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 32. Set. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That's a pickup of 9. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Cut. Ready.
They'll throw it. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they were lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Fiore, got have short memories. You tell me these 2 defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green. Ready.
Working now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Falcons 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1 play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on 1st down. Penix splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Penix here from the gun. Gets everything he has under this one. Oh, no, they get it yet again. Cam Taylor-Britt kicks it off. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Check, hut.
Design quarterback run here. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Set, hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets this over the middle to Collins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right.
Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completes, dialing up Collins again. He's still going at the 30. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
26-yard line.
Let's go. 45. White. Ready.
He's going to throw this one. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the
On the set.
5-yard line.
Here we go.
Tight end going in motion here.
Cut, cut.
From the red zone now. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
Falcons 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
This defense